Prime Minister Justin Trudeau has just announced a new climate change target, and he did it at a global conference on climate change put on by U.S. President Joe Biden. And what he said was he's going to reduce Canada's greenhouse gas emissions, which are linked to climate change, by up to 45% compared to 2005 levels by 2030. Trudeau's current commitment is 30% below. So I think it's reasonable to ask, well, is he going to hit this target of up to 45%? Because by 2030, we'll all be paying $170 per ton of emissions.
We will raise Canada's price on carbon pollution, rising by $15 a tonne starting in 2023 and rising to 170 Canadian dollars per tonne by 2030.
Currently, Trudeau's carbon price is $40 per tonne. So will he hit it? Well, I've always found a good way to look at future performance is by looking at past practice. When Trudeau became Prime Minister in 2015, he promised that Canada's emissions would be 17% below 2005 levels by 2020. Now, did he hit that target? We don't know. And the reason we don't know is that Canada's reporting of its emissions are always 2 years behind. So we won't get the 2020 numbers until 2022. But the Trudeau government recently released its 2019 numbers. And what they tell us is that in order to hit the 2020 target, last year our emissions would have had to drop by 117 million tons. What does that mean? It would mean that our emissions had to drop by the equivalent of eliminating all of Canada's agricultural sector and more than 80% of its electricity sector. Now, I follow this stuff, and that's impossible. So we'll see what happens. But the Prime Minister isn't the first Liberal Prime Minister not to hit a target. In fact, Liberal Prime Ministers have been setting climate targets and missing them for almost 3 decades. Jean Chrétien missed his first one when he became Prime Minister in 1993. In 2007, after the Liberals were defeated by Stephen Harper, Chrétien's former chief political aide, Eddie Goldenberg, acknowledged that when Trudeau signed the Kyoto Accord, remember that, in 1997, the Liberals knew they weren't ready to hit the target. And they've never hit a target since. So I think to the question of whether Justin Trudeau will meet his 2030 target, I think we already know the answer. And of course, that's only if he's Prime Minister, because otherwise it's irrelevant. I'm Larry Goldstein of Sun Media. We're always interested in hearing your views, and please follow us on Twitter, Facebook, and our YouTube channel.